Okay, this short video is going to be all about saddles. So, to go about discussing saddles, we really ought to come down here. All right. So where to start? Let's start. I don't think I have a baryonyx saddle down here. So let's see. Let me look at something real quick. Oh. Alright, this is going to be really just for comparison purposes. Because, I mean, clearly Tsunami that's an old version of Tsunami, because my correct version, if you will, if you want to use that word, of Tsunami is in, is over in, the Scorched Earth. Okay, so this cat and Clever Girl. Let's pull Clever Girl out for this discussion. And of course, this is also an old version because, again, clearly, the real version is over in Scorched Earth right now. And I hope I'm not confusing someone by saying it that way. Let's pull out Stalker just for fun. Stalker goes over here. That's why I moved. I still don't like the way they slide like that. That's just terrible. I don't know. That's just so unnatural. Okay. I don't think. Let's just pull Rogue out for this. I mean, yeah, look how it just kind of like slides sideways. That just doesn't feel right. It's just something wrong with that. Okay. Oh. What a minute. Wait. What's going on here? Oh. Oh my goodness. Haha. Those two, I bred them. Oh my goodness. I'm such an idiot. Okay. I can't believe I messed that up. That's nuts. Okay. Okay. That's hilarious. Okay. So, let's start this discussion off. Let's see, how can we... Let's just remove the... There we go. Okay. So that's the basic saddle right there. And actually, I could have... I wonder, let's... Um, there we go. Okay. There we go. Okay, let's do something else here real quick. Slipstream. Riptide. I like Riptide. Oh, you're male, though. Oh, it doesn't matter. I usually just pull a breeding pair out. That's why I was... Okay. Alright, so... This part of the saddle... Let's get your head hidden in the leg. So this part of the saddle over here is not too bad. I mean, it's pretty decent. You see, you know, you can see leather and like a metal ring and stuff. It's a little deceiving because it looks like it's a two-person saddle, but then you can see it's just kind of long. I'm not sure I like the fact that it's longer than it should be. It's kind of weird that way. But this part of the saddle here where you see the bit drives me absolutely nuts. I hate that. I hate the bit. I was initially attracted to this cosmetic. I paid like $5 for the pack. I actually bought 3 of their packs. These are the tribal packs. They've got like a tribal war pack, and they've got like a tribal, oh, what do you call it? Just a whole bunch of different tribal themed packs, and I mean, they look pretty good. Um, this face piece though, just yeah, I think I'd like the helmet part of it to be different. And then, of course, the bit. Um, Basically, what it looks like they did is they just built their tribal theme around the saddle rather than actually fixing the saddle. And that kind of irritates me a little bit. Because I really would like the saddle to be better. This part of the saddle over here, I'm not, it's not terrible. Um, it looks pretty good. But then the head just is starting to drive me crazy. And I would, you know, so for this, you know, I'd want a really, really nice baryonyx saddle. You know, something that just really says that this is like a, just, I'm trying to say it without using crass language. Just an amazing animal that is gonna just destroy anything it goes against, right? So I'd really like a really nice baryonyx saddle. So that's one. Um, the Terrorbird saddle looks okay, and like there's no bit in its mouth, which I really like. You can see they did the same. Whoever made the Megaraptor did the same thing. They didn't put a bit in its mouth. Um, I think the Raptor saddle could probably use some TLC. Um, you can see it's clipping the wing there. Of course, what I will say is when this was ASE, the Raptors did not have those wings right there, and then with ASA they added the wings. So it doesn't really surprise me that it's clipping the saddle now. So that, you know, that would be something we'd want to look at. You can see it's a leather bit rather than a metal bit like in the other one. So I'd want that to change. I think it would be a little more like this saddle. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised to find out that they used the Raptor and then just changed the skin to be the Deinonychus. You can see that the saddle itself is similar, other than it doesn't have that leather bit. And of course, the animal itself is about the same size. So let's just run it over there, and we can look at the similarities between the two. And that's kind of how the dev kit is. right? Like, it's a whole lot easier to use an asset that already exists and just put a new skin on it and call it something new, you know. Um, so you can see how similar the Deinonychus is to the Raptor, in terms of size, in terms of um, their movements, uh, in terms of the saddle itself. The saddle is a little bit different, which I like. That's good. But you can see that they are very, very similar. Um, so, let's see what else here. Um, the Carnotaurus and the Allosaurus saddles also have the bits, and you can see they use that same sort of like, it's a really long saddle, with the drape on the back. They made a few modifications, like each one is slightly different from the other, but not a lot, you know. Um, so, all right. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. Like in terms of saddles, I really, really want a good baryonyx saddle. Um, what other animals do I regularly use that I would want a good saddle for? Let me think here. Um, I don't really. So you got the, we'd probably want to redo the dire bear saddle. Um, Sabretooth appears to have been redone, or maybe it never had a bit. I don't know, but it might be a good idea to redo the Sabretooth saddle. The leopard is a DLC. It's a mod. So and I believe the leopard was based on the Thylacoleo. I think whoever made the leopard used the Thylacoleo as the base for it, and then just put a different skin on it, made it a slightly smaller. So it'd be nice to have a new Thylacoleo saddle. The Leonis and the Tigris are mods, so those are already mods. But yeah, you can see that the bit is in the mouth there. It's like I said, it's based on the Thylacoleo, so nothing we can do about that. But if we redo the Thylacoleo saddle, we might be able to, uh, maybe the person who did the leopard would redo that. Should probably redo the Sabretooth and redo the dire bear as well. These can be these can be ridden bareback, so there's no need for a saddle there. Oh, goodness gracious. There we go. Okay. These were recently redone, so of course we're not going to touch those. But the Deodon saddle probably needs some TLC. It's pretty ugly, in my opinion. Really not worried about the Palma Scorpius. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't care about those. These guys are ridden bareback, as are these guys here. Very nice. You can see that there's a difference between the male and the female. This is the shadow mane, and these are the pyro mane. You can see that the male has a large mane and the female does not. All right. Yep, there you go. Same with the shadow mane. Large mane, no mane. So you can visually tell the difference. I don't know how they did that. I think what they did is they made two different models and then added them to the game with all the same assets and spawn points. I think that's how they did it. If you go over here to the burrow buck, it's the same sort of deal. You can see that the male and the female is very different. The male has the very large antlers and the female has the small antlers. And again, same thing. Although you can see it says burrow doe and burrow buck. So I think that's kind of a dead giveaway that it's two different models that were just loaded with the same assets and spawn points. All right. This is, I mean, look how bad that is. That's just um, one of my most disappointing downloads is this one right here, because it's really nothing more than these guys. Someone just took the iguanodon and just made it bigger, and that's about all they did, because it's literally the same thing, just massively bigger and renamed. Um, I love the Deodon or the iguanodons. It would be nice to do a new saddle for them. Um, I don't care about the Gallimimus. Um, it would be nice to do a new saddle for um, the parasaurs. That would be kind of cool. And really, honestly, it's probably just going to be a skin and not actually a saddle, but because you know, look how terrible that is. It's just ridiculous. Morellatops, I think it would be nice to have a new saddle for the Morellatops because again, you see the bit. I hate the bit. I just hate. I hate the saddles that have bits. Um, so we might want to consider doing a skin for the. Um, oh my goodness, the mammoths and the stegosaurs are probably okay in terms of saddle. You see the spot that you sit is right up there, kind of inside the spikes, which is kind of cool. Um, but I mean, we could consider it doing a new saddle for the or skin for the stegosaurs. But I think we really need one for the triceratops. I hate that bit, and you see how ugly the saddle itself looks. So, all right. The Equus. It's not terrible. It's not terrible. I think the Equus saddle may have served as uh, inspiration for the Deinonychus saddle. Right there. This right here has got to be one of the most unique saddles, at least vanilla saddles in the game. The Thorny Dragon. It's kind of cool. Um, I don't like the bit, but the saddle itself, they did a pretty decent job designing it. Okay. I think that's kind of my list at the moment. Let's go upstairs, see if there's any others that could need to be done. Um, the wyverns can be ridden without a saddle, so that's not a big deal. Actually, you know, it would be nice to do a saddle for the Quetzals. Um, like I said, I hate the bit and the way the saddle is done. It forces the Quetzal to be like hunched over all the time, and I'm kind of in mentioning that I'm parroting a video for the the, the Hatzegopteryx, where they intentionally created their saddle the way they did because of this issue right here, and I think it's brilliant. It'd be nice to redo the Quetzal saddle so that it's not having to do this. That'd be kind of cool if we could do that. Use that idea. Um, let's go look at the other flyers. This is my aviary right here. Not worried about them. These guys are basically ridden bareback. The griffins are. So these are the base game griffins right here. These are the GRYPHON Griffin mod. Absolutely brilliantly well done mod. Beautiful. Those are the base game griffins there. Notice the spelling. These are the mountain griffins, part of the mod. Again, brilliantly done. These are the Arctic griffins from the mod, and brilliantly done. And the miniature griffins, the pygmy griffin, was also part of that mod. So this little guy here is a shoulder pet griffin. I think they missed some opportunities with the shoulder pet that could have been pretty cool. So that's kind of disappointing, but I don't really care about the moth, to be honest. I think in terms of... Oops. Wow. There we go. I think we could probably redo the saddle for the Argentavis. It's not terrible, but I would like to be read. I mean, you can see that gap right there on that leather strap over the bird's body. Anyway, there's just some issues like that, and I mean, it's not that attractive. The saddle isn't. It's not terrible, but it could be better. It could be better, and that would be nice. And then the Pteranodon saddle. Probably wouldn't be a terrible thing to redo it. It's kind of ugly, to be honest. It's decently well done, but I mean, it's also not pretty either. So I wouldn't mind having that redone as well. Whoops. I don't really care about these guys. I don't mess around with these guys. I tamed them, but I don't really use them. So that's pretty much it for my aviary. It would be nice to have a new rock drake saddle, because I love the rock drakes, but that's bit and the saddle itself is just kind of ugly. You can see that it is a two-seater though, so we'd have to keep that in mind. And I need water, so I'm just gonna go into creative mode. All right. Okay. And this saddle is actually really brilliantly done, I think. It's really brilliant of them to make a saddle that has its rider on the side like that. That's kind of cool. I think they did a good job with that one. This is the Uteranus here, and you can see how ugly this saddle is. And of course it has a bit, so it'd be nice to redo that one. Get rid of the bit. Make it nice and not ugly. And then the T-Rex. You can see it has a bit again, and it's just a big... It's really nothing more than just a big blobby pad, which again is kind of confusing because it looks like a two-person saddle, but it's not. Right? It looks like a second person can go here, but they can't. It's really just a one-person saddle. So there's the Uteranus, kind of a different view, and the Daodon. So I think in terms of saddles, that's kind of what I'm thinking. And I think we might be able to get away with doing... I forgot about the water tames. I'm going to head over there real quick. I think we might be able to get away with doing... my poor brain, what am I thinking? Just skins? Maybe. We might be able to get away with just doing skins. This saddle's not terrible, but Notice it has a bit. I don't. Of course, I hate bits, so we'd have to fix that. But the rest of it is not bad. Like it's pretty decently done. And I think maybe it wouldn't need a whole lot of TLC to make a better saddle. Um, Seriously. Do we have someone's? I always get my sheep get stuck underneath there. Um, Caprasuchus, I really don't mess around with Caprasuchus. I really don't care if they have a good saddle or not. But it would be nice to have a better saddle for the Sarco. Again, I hate the bits, and it's really nothing more than just like a flat. You see how flat it is? It's just, um, there's no flair to it at all. Um, I don't know that it'll be possible to do a new Deinosuchus saddle. Um, I don't know. Maybe it would be, maybe it wouldn't be. Uh, that's a mod over there, so we can't mess with its saddle. And this is the carbon, that basically the turtles, the tortoises. Um, I don't know about that saddle. I mean, would be kind of nice to have a better saddle for it, but I don't really use the tortoises, so I don't know that, like, for me personally, it's really not a big deal. And let's see here. Oh, these guys. I really like these guys, but their saddle is pretty dumb. Um, It'd be nice to reimagine what their saddle looks like. Um, and then these guys as well. I mean, the saddle basically just covers their whole back, you know? And that reminds me, I need to do something real quick. I was watching Flinger, and there it is. Oh my goodness, it works. Wow, that's cool. You really can do that. Look at that. Now see, it'd be cool to find a way to make a saddle that actually makes sense for that move. Um, Something with like a gyroscope, uh, so that your person, while the Doedicurus, right? That is what it's called. Yes, while the Doedicurus is rolling, something where your person is like on top of the saddle, and it's got like a gyroscope to keep you on the top. That would be, because like right now, like where did my guy go, and why am I not being crushed by the dirt and the weight of the Doedicurus? You know. All right. So anyway, you can see how that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Um, it's a cool move. I love that they programmed it to do that, but oh, these guys here, their saddle is just dumb. And look how big it is, and it's like, and there's a bit in the mouth, and I know that these guys are going to get a TLC anyway, like they're about to get a TLC, so I don't know, maybe it wouldn't be a good idea to mess with their saddle just yet. Um, but yeah, I don't like their saddle either. All right, I'm gonna go look at the water tames and see if there's anything for them that I would. All right, so this is my mosasaur. I need to get. Oh yeah, we definitely need to mess with theirs, because that's kind of a. I mean, look how dumb that bit is. I hate that bit. These are a mod, so we can't mess with them. But I mean, I like their saddle anyway. It's basically a bubble, like you can breathe. You don't have to have a scuba gear when you're riding these guys. Um, the other thing that I love about these guys is they produce different types of poison. They produce trank poison to tranquilize your prey, deadly to kill, and the pheromone. So the pheromone, what that is like if you bite something, everything in the area is going to go after it. Let me see here. Yeah, so you can actually um, toxic venom and torpid venom. Actually, so I take that back. You apparently can't put it on pheromone venom. That's okay, but you can tell it um, toxic venom or torpid venom, um, which is kind of cool, you know. So basically, like, you can set it to where when you're attacking, it'll um, it'll attack with torpidity and tranquilize your enemy, which is nice. It's very nice. So, um, these guys are a favorite of folks who like the water tames, and you can see that their saddle is ridiculous. So it'd be nice to fix their saddle. This is the Basilosaurus. Um, you can see that the Dunkleosaurus saddle is terrible as well. I don't know that a lot of people use the Dunkleo. Some do, I think, but um, the Platyosaurus needs to have its saddle looked at. Of course, it's got a bit in its mouth. You know how much I love the bit. And the sharks, the megalodons, they definitely need a TLC for their saddle. What do I? I think I'm missing. No, I feel like I'm missing something, but we're not gonna mess with their saddle. Leave that alone. Not gonna mess with theirs. I think this one's okay. I mean, it wouldn't be a bad idea to take a look at it and maybe modify it a little bit. But I think these guys, their saddle is just fine. It's actually kind of cool. You stand up on it while you're riding, which is pretty neat. Um, let's see. Yes, I think that's about it. While I have the opportunity in this video. Oh yeah, this is a mod creature here. When you tame it, it actually becomes a healing creature for you. Okay, let's go somewhere else because I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with the sharks. Let's pull out. Let's see if I can find him quickly. There he is. Okay, so I put all the points into Torpid Venom. And right now, you can see I don't need to... Oh, I don't have any goggles. Well, that's okay. Let me just craft some because I'm in... I'm in creative mode right now. So... Although I could actually just clear up the fog, but that's okay. I'm not going to do that. Don't really need to do that. I am surprised, though. The cockpit really should do that automatically. That's probably a change they should make to their... Here we go. Ah, I can see a little better now. Good. Alright, so... Water jump. Switch venom modes. There we go. So right bumper, left trigger. Oh, Very nice. Okay, so inflict venom, right bumper, right trigger. Ah, so I was just using basic melee attack. Let's see if we can tranquilize something. Let's find something, get something to... Oh. Oh, there's another Tylosaurus. Let's just go ahead and kill it. Thank you. It's dead. Alright. Alright. I'm holding. Ooh, did it work? Maybe. Let's go find a shark. So this is one of the things I imagine for the um, let's see, right bumper. Okay. Um, the javelin serpent is that it can have either. Oh. So. Oh, the venom must not last very long then. Okay. So I'm a little disappointed because I thought that you could tranquilize your enemy. And it would put your enemy to sleep. That's what I believed, which is apparently incorrect. So I'm a little disappointed. A little disappointed because I did expect. I apparently expected incorrectly. That's disappointing. Okay. But one of the things that I would like for the javelin serpent is that when you put it in tranquilizing venom, it actually does puts that creature to sleep that you're biting. Versus like attacking venom, like deadly venom, would actually kill the thing that you're. It doesn't just, put it to sleep temporarily. Hydravanta. So the way you tame the Hydravanta is you have something that's injured and you go up to it and allow it to heal that injured thing. It's pretty cool. All right, so that was fun. Okay, I guess we could go look at one other saddle real quick. But I've always thought this was ridiculously large as a one-person saddle, and of course it's got a bit. So I think this would need to be redone dramatically. Um, it does already have. Let me see if I can get close enough to. There we go. So that's what the platform looks like. So it does already have a platform version. The platform version I think is fine, other than the bit. But the single person, this gigantic single person saddle is ridiculous. and I think that needs to be looked at and modified. Um, Nothing we can do with the snakes. Um, that's a mod, and the giant scorpion is a mod as well. Nothing we can do with that. Okay, so I think that's it. Um, yeah, and I don't think there's really much issue with the snow owl. Um, okay. Uh, well, that's the end of this uh, video.